And you know, let your friends know we're live. We're gonna finish up this logical analysis. Hello to everybody up on YouTube. Sorry, I don't get to enjoy the intro because I like to play music. And well, you know how YouTube is about music. So sorry. Gotta join us here over on Kick. You want to enjoy the beautiful tunes we like to start the show with. Every now and then I'll switch it up, give you guys a little something. But for now, we catering to Kick here. So come over here. You really want to enjoy the show the way it's meant to be enjoyed. You know what I'm saying? Let's see here. What category would you put this in? Like, I'm not even sure. You know what? Fuck it. We'll fuck it. I mean, this is technically politics, right? And a Kasparian, then fuck it. We'll just put it under politics. There we go. Did it turn off? All right. Hello, YouTube. Remember, guys. Remember to follow, share, and subscribe if you guys like the content. And click the notification bell so you guys know when I'm going live. Yeah. Did I do that right? Did I do that right? That was my first time really doing it. I just want to make sure that I did that right. All right. All right. I'll let you guys know what we're gonna do going forward after this. I'll try to put an announcement out soon for when our next episode of the Ism is. But
without further ado, let's get started.
Let's get started on this logical analysis. And as I was saying, I've been seeing a lot
of coverage on this. So you can see, before we open it up here, right, before we actually get into the debate itself, you can see here. What up, Alchemist? What up? You know, let the homies know I'm live. If anybody's around, let them know. You know, drop the link, notification bell, yada yada, blah blah. You know, we doing all that. We trying to be like official with the streams and shit, you know, but working on it. I'm gonna start clipping this week. That's the reason I'm trying to knock this out today. I'm gonna start trying to clip some of these episodes and some of these analysis and you know, get my tags and my descriptions right on my videos so we can maybe get some traction on YouTube. So you know, we might have a little bit more for y'all on YouTube soon. Not all these long form videos. We might even have some shorts for y'all. Who knows? Just give me some time to handle things. We may have our interview set up on Buddhism. I definitely have my source materials ready. Ironically enough, it actually helps that I'm working with an Indian, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, he seems to know a little bit about it himself, you know? So, yeah, still studying right now. Not sure if we'll do any slides. But yeah, if I can get this interview set up, like, I don't know, slides don't really matter at that point, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, we got the information right from the source, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, I've seen like a bunch of videos, like while I was looking for the video to pick up where we left off, I see all these videos like most awkward debate of all time. It was definitely awkward. That's Actual Justice Warrior, you know, humiliated. Anna crushes Pearl. I don't know if like that's the Young Turks though. So I was like, are you really like unbiased on it? But yeah, it's a lot of coverage of people saying, and a lot of them seem to be on the left, obviously, but a lot of people are saying that, like, you know, Anna destroyed Pearl in this debate. And I mean, I probably would have thought that actually happened if we had only watched like the beginning of the debate. You know what I'm saying? But like, at the end of the day, like, that's just not true. Like I'm sorry. Like it's just not true. And I don't know why all these people are just fucking lying. Like that's all I can say. Like that's all I can say. It's just every day there's just more lies. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know what we're supposed to do at this point. I don't know what we're supposed to do. It's just we gotta find some way to spread this around. So that's part of the reason I'm like, you know what, I might cut up some clips or whatever, might make me some videos or whatever, be like Pearl destroys Anna or some shit, right? Like just to get a little bit of a fighting chance, you know. Although I don't need to do that. I think I'm just a generous person, you know. I'm in favor of the truth. I don't like people just spreading around lies. I might not like Pearl that much, but we're not about to sit here and act like Anna destroyed her or something, bro. I think it's just kind of ridiculous. But let's pick up where we left off. Let's finish this up.
Right, they're happy before the divorce. Divorce is terrible. Divorce means that the marriage didn't work out.
Let's see here. And if you like the tunes, if you can even hear the tunes, give a follow to Ryan Celsius Sounds over on YouTube. I'll drop a link in the chat for you. All right, let's get started. And we'll see. Let's see here.
Obviously, they're not going to be.
Did not mean to do that. Fuck that. Right, I want to see, where did the conversation last leave off?
Between men and women in modern society. You're under this weird impression that the anecdotal evidence that you cite is indicative of the outcome of all marriages. In reality, study after study
what's like
all
the
right,
whole
so I
trope
remember
of like
this.
men buying motor
life crisis.
Yeah, let's start after this part.
interviews?
All right.
That's the way it should always come back. A little pyro. All right, here's what we're going to do. We're going to come back.
That
We
was
have
pretty
about
dope.
15 more minutes of open debate, and then we're going to get into the final statements. So we'll pick up our open debate. Pearl, I'll let you begin.
What's your plan when men stop doing the dirty and dangerous jobs that keep society running?
And if you could hold your mic.
Sorry, I'll say it again.
Can you give me an example of which jobs you're referring to?
Logging, plumbing, crab fishing, oil rig.
Yeah,
Follow
those
me.
are dominated by men. They have the physical capacity to do it. Men and women are built differently.
What's your
So
plan
you're
when
right.
they stop?
I mean, we're going to have a problem. Are you suggesting that women should be forced to work on oil rigs and things
What
like
is
that?
your plan?
That's
What
a
do men
ridiculous
get out
question.
of doing those
I don't
jobs?
have a plan, Pearl, for a
Feminists
situation in
never
which
do.
men no longer do those jobs.
They never
Maybe you
do.
do it. I don't know.
What's your plan when men start walking away from marriage? What's your plan?
So, do men or women get a raw deal from marriage? Because you just
What
said
is
men
your plan-
walking away
what
from
is
marriage.
your
So,
plan?
is he culpable for doing that?
What is your plan when men walk away from marriage?
Is he responsible for walking
You're
away from a
changing the
marriage?
topic. What is
or
your
is
plan?
he just never guilty
My
of
point
anything?
is you shit on men.
I ain't
I
gonna
don't shit
lie.
on men. I love men.
Yet the very microphone you're
Even if Pearl's questions aren't the best, like Anna has no answer for them, like at all. And that's not good. I mean, because ultimately all Pearl's really saying is that you're gonna end up pushing men to the point where they give up. Right? That's what she's saying. So you could contend with what she's trying to imply, the point that she's trying to imply. You don't have to like dodge the question. You could actually engage in good faith here.
using was built by men. The building was built by men. And there's no gratitude or appreciation. You just tell them they're not doing enough.
Got me. You got me. Yep.
So what's your plan when men start walking away from society?
What do you mean by walking away from society?
When men stop doing the dangerous jobs, when men stop getting married,
She literally just asked you multiple questions that would let you know what she means walk away from society means. Like, you could just imply that. A lot of questions she just asked you what she meant. but whatever.
when men stop having kids.
To be quite
What
honest
is
with
your
you,
plan?
if American men decide they no longer want to do those jobs, very likely our government will import men from countries where they're willing to do those jobs. That's probably
And
how
what's
it's
your
going to work
plan
out.
when they date American
So she doesn't have a plan, but she thinks, oh, well, our government's just going to replace them with people from other countries. That'll solve everything.
women and then decide to stop too?
I'm not worried about that.
Of course you're not.
No. I never had
The
any
future
problems.
is not going to be great for feminists. You guys are going to get the equality that you're asking for. Men are not going to protect women in the streets. Men are going to stop signing up for the infrastructure jobs. The birth rate's going to keep
I'm not sure if that's actually going to happen, though. Yeah, I don't think it's going to get that far.
falling, and the future is going to be bleak.
Okay. Listen, I think men and women serve important roles in society. I think that you have a shallow understanding of what I believe, number one, but more importantly, what the dynamic is between men and women in modern society. You're under this weird impression that the anecdotal evidence that you cite is indicative of the outcome of all marriages. In reality, study after study.
I mean, we kind of went over why it's not just anecdotal. It's actually like the amount of data that she has from the amount of people that she's talked to and interviewed actually is enough to be a formal study. So it's not just anecdotal. Like 1,000 anecdotes is like a study. You know what I'm saying?
Study shows that married
Half of
couples
marriages
tend
end in
to be
divorce.
happier than single individuals.
Right? They're happy.
Because the thing is, you're also talking about like sociology and shit. So this is not a hard science where you can sit there and act like there's even any real hard evidence that you'd have beyond like, self-report.
Before the divorce.
This is going to be epidemiological at the end of the day for the most part. And most of the time you're just going to be gathering data and statistics from like different places that take self-report as their evidence.
Divorce.
Divorce is terrible. Divorce
And the
means
other
that the
thing
marriage
is,
didn't work out. Obviously, they're not going to be happy in the middle of
Like
divorce.
correlation doesn't mean causation.
Yeah. Yeah. And she's also just appealing to authority,
People marry happy people
asking for sources when she doesn't have any sources.
and date happy people in general. You're attributing it to marriage, but you're not going to marry someone that's like a bitch.
Okay.
Yeah. Pearl's position is based on like reality and just being realistic, acknowledging what's going on.
You're right, Pearl.
You know, what's really
Acknowledging what could happen if this thing were pushed to the extreme, right? Which it's not won't necessarily go that far, but I think that's what Pearl's saying is like, like we keep going down this road, this whole I'm a feminist but not a feminist, and like, oh well, the men have a raw deal, but also fuck men. Like it's like eventually men are gonna fucking probably tap out, and then you're not gonna be left with anything because you shit on the people who held up your society.
interesting is if you look at marriage rates, which have
That comfort's
dropped
gonna
in
be
the
gone.
United States, not just in the United States, actually globally, you'll notice that the people who are less likely to get married happen to be those who are from a lower socioeconomic status.
Right? Marriage is disappearing from the middle class. That's true.
From
Yeah.
poor individuals, yes.
What's
Do
your point?
you wonder why?
Because women marry rich.
That's true.
People forgo marriage due to their own personal financial situation.
So women marry for
Okay.
money a lot.
Okay.
Okay. So I'm going back to this.
I mean,
Let me ask you something, Pearl.
she basically did just say that. I ain't gonna lie. Like,
Men.
Would you be willing to marry a guy who's
88
poor?
Men.
Because I
88
married a guy who was in debt and
Men.
love the hell out of him. Best
All right.
thing in my life. Would you
all right, that's cool, Anna. But like, again, now you're doing the anecdote shit. Like, what are you talking about?
gonna have to tell the truth, and I'm gonna tell it.
Now you're doing the anecdote shit.
marry a guy who is broke,
That's very
no
nice,
career,
Anna.
and in debt?
That's
Would
very
you?
that's very nice, Anna.
Would you?
So I'm going back
Answer
to
the
the
question.
topic.
Would you marry a broke
all
guy in
right,
debt?
All right. So we're going back to the
Would you?
topic.
Would you?
All right. This is the nagging. This is the nagging again. Okay. So men,
I'm pushing you to answer a question
88
because
all
you're
right, all
judging
right. Oh
women,
my
making a
God.
blanket
This
statement
is
of
the
who they
nagging.
would be willing to marry,
The
who they
nagging,
wouldn't be
make it
willing to marry.
stop.
But you're not answering the
God
question
help
yourself.
us.
Would you be willing to marry
Does
a
your
broke
husband
guy
have
in
to,
debt?
does your husband
Pearl,
have to listen to
God,
this?
Pearl,
Does he
would you
have to
mind-
listen to
Pearl,
Oh, he
Pearl,
loves it.
this? All right.
Can't get
So
enough.
can I
Like,
go
oh
back?
my
You know what
God,
answer that? Why
bitch,
you don't answer
shut
that?
the fuck up.
Why not?
Just say no. I don't want to.
Love is love. Now back to the question.
Oh
Men,
shit,
88% of the
that was fucking hilarious. Love is love. Pearl is funny when she want to be, bro. She could be funny. She could be pretty fucking funny. Hold on. What the fuck was I doing here? Hold on. Trying to Where did? Wait, what the fuck? Hold on. Oh, here. So it's here, right? Damn it! Like, I hate the way the audio settings work on OBS sometimes. Should be getting mixed the fuck up. All right, there we go. I didn't even need to fix it just now. I don't like when I leave shit and then it fucks up later. She said I pop a whole bottle of Advil. She's my wife. You know what the funny thing is? I can see Anna being very like submissive as a partner, because she's just like this bitchy businesswoman, this bitchy news lady, leftist news lady all fucking day, and then when she goes home, she wants to be treated like a fucking princess. And the only way to really get that, because from what I hear, her husband is actually way more conservative than she is. And if that's the case, then the only way to really get a man to treat you like that is to back the fuck down and go along with the program. So I feel like in her home life, she's probably a lot less of a bitch. You'd be surprised. Yeah, she said, I'm pretty sure she said him and his family are a lot more conservative. I think she said they might be Trumpers. I think he might be Latino or something.
The power grid, 93% men. Transportation, 95% men.
Men are important to
Communications,
society.
90% men. Material production, 78% men. Software, 80% men. Auto workers, 98% men. Carpenters,
Damn.
98% men. Electricians, 98% men. If you remove the top male-dominated jobs from the economy, you would have no running cars, no housing, no electricity, no open machinery, no materials
She probably wouldn't debate you on that though, Pearl.
or fabrics, and no computers. There would be no buildings and no Amazon delivery.
I've never
What
once said
is
that
your
men
plan?
are not a
What-
very important
Feminist-
part of American society.
You want men enslaved to women for nothing in return.
No, you're just making
That's what
things
you
up.
want. That's what you want. You want men on the hook for
Okay,
child
Pearl,
support.
what have I said that gives you that impression?
Let her finish
What
her
have I
statement.
said
Make her
that gives you that
You
impression?
want men on the hook for child support.
Well, like Tanai was saying the other day, like, yeah, this is, and even Pearl was saying in her opening statement, this is technically amount to slavery. Niggas are, you're getting access to a nigga's wages and what a nigga's labor, basically, like the product of his labor, for absolutely nothing. And when those women who are lying about it, it's not even justified. So it's actually fraud, and the state has now made you a slave to someone who's lying.
You want men on the hook for alimony.
You want men to not take responsibility for their own children.
You've been on the air for 20 years, and you have not advocated for men that are victims of paternity fraud. You want men to do all of the work, get no credit.
So do you wonder what the statistic is on like conservatives? How conservatives? Oh, if conservatives tend to marry liberals? I think it's more common than not, to be honest. Especially back in the day, it's probably, yeah. I think that's how it was like that a lot back in the day. I think, although I feel like shifts happen as well, right? Like that's probably one of the reasons you also see like more divorces. Like you never know. Like some of these ladies might become more liberal as they stay in the relationship, and then now you're dealing with like a crazy liberal bitch, and then you end up getting divorced because she's like a feminist. She wants to live her best life or something, or the other way around, where maybe they're both liberals, and then the guy becomes more conservative as he gets older. Like, cause I wasn't a liberal when I was younger, but even when I was with my ex, like one of the issues we used to have, and even like basically the last argument we had, were about like, I mean, like, cause I'm black and I'm still fairly conservative. I was kind of apolitical, and when I started paying attention to politics, I was definitely more conservative. And she was like super fucking lefty, but I never cared about that before because I wasn't really like focused on politics or anything. It was like we agree with a lot of stuff on life in general at a certain point, but then I started to change, some ideas to become more specific in how I felt about shit. And I'll be calling her out on like how some of the dumb shit she thought was, and yeah, it just we didn't like really like argue about it or anything, but it definitely like created tension because like I might be watching like, you know, fucking back then I used to check out the Daily Wire every now and then. She might hear me watching Ben Shapiro. As annoying as his voice is to me, probably 10 times more annoying to her because she's like, oh, listen, this fucking conservative asshole. Like, you know what I'm saying? So that was definitely one of the reasons we ended up, you know, splitting later on because of, like, it was just, there's too much tension. Like we just weren't on the same page anymore in regards to that shit. And I started, like, she started to disgust me as well when I started to see how liberal she was. So yeah, I mean, you never know. You never know. But I think a lot of people do end up essentially marrying people who are kind of the opposite. Because most of these women are feminists, and I don't think most guys are. So I think you always, to some degree, are going to have a guy who's more conservative than a woman. And sometimes it might be the other way around. Like I know there was that guy Graham that was in, you know, a Goldstein Spaces and shit. And he was like an atheist, and he was married to a Catholic, wasn't he? Like, it's kind of crazy. But I feel like that some of that stuff used to be kind of common. Like, even if they were both like religious, one of them might be like, you know, a staunch Democrat. The other one might be like, you know, independent, maybe libertarian or more conservative. And they vote differently, but they raise a family and live together.
For nothing. And men aren't going to do it anymore. They're going to walk away, Anna. They're not going to do it anymore. And feminists, as you said, have no plan for when that happens. And I wish
What do you want
luck.
their plan to be? You think it's a feminist responsibility to plan for this made-up society where all men decide
Do you know
they no longer want to
you guys know
work?
what's funny? She actually advocated for left
Made up society. I mean, that could very well happen. Just to be fair, you know what I'm saying? Nice.
wing policies the last 20 years. And then she got assaulted by a homeless person.
What does that have to do with the topic
Because
at
it
hand?
was the result of what you voted for, Anna.
Yeah. First of all,
And so,
no
and,
one.
and want to know why? Because
You
Anna,
think I voted?
because,
Hold on.
because,
You
because,
think I voted
because,
for homeless?
Wait, no, he said she said the result of what you voted for. Like, come on now. That doesn't mean you voted for that specifically. It's like, if someone were to tell me that what's happening with ICE now is a result of what I voted for, I wouldn't argue with him. Like, sorry, like I know, I voted for Trump. Does that mean that I wanted ICE to be doing this? Well, yes.
Somebody gonna have to tell the truth, and I'm gonna tell it.
I didn't want them to be killing niggas, but if somebody were to say this is the result of what you voted for, yeah. And I just voted to say fuck the Democrats, but like, this is the result of what I voted for, right? Assuming that the system works the way they say it does, right?
Homeless people to go around sexually assaulting people?
Because Anna
By the
was.
way, I got sexually assaulted by a guy. Was that
do you know
his
the other crazy
responsibility?
thing
Was that
is?
something that he did, or was that my fault too?
All right, so the other crazy thing is that Anna complains that women's opinions aren't taken seriously, while the whole event was catered around her opinion. The other thing that's crazy
What are you talking about?
is Anna complains about women being oppressed.
Oh. No, that's a good point. Pearl is fucking hilarious for that.
Somebody gonna have to.
Pearl is hilarious for that. No, you got to peep what she's saying, right? This entire event is catered to your opinion. The entire reason people are here is to hear your opinion, essentially, right? No, Pearl actually kind of cooked just now. We gotta give her that. She said, she's like, oh, we don't care about women's opinions, but this entire event is catered to your opinion. This is all about what your opinion is. They're giving you a chance to get up on stage and debate your opinion.
And yet, she had less experience than her co-host at the Young Turks.
Hold on. What were my complaints
And she has an entire talk show based on her political opinions.
about women being oppressed? Can you be specific?
All right.
What
You
did I
got
say?
20
Go ahead and
years
quote
on-
me.
you got-
Go ahead
you-
and quote me, because you make shit up.
Yeah,
And you just
all
think
right.
like it's
Wait, whoa. Who's making shit up here? What are we talking about? Like, what are we actually talking about right now? What are we talking about? I can't even right now, bro. This is crazy. Ain't no way she just did that.
understand.
nagging,
You've never
make it
had a strong
end.
woman
Make it end,
challenge your
nagging, make it
bullshit
end.
assertions. So go ahead and
Make
tell
it
me, what
end.
have I complained about?
Okay, the
Give me the
nagging.
quote.
The nagging. You said women's opinions are not taken seriously.
When did I say that?
In a YouTube video.
There's 2 women on the stage right now for the headline event.
Oh my God, are we gonna end?
So now she want to see. This is what Pearl should have did to her, because she's like, when did I do that? It's like, bitch. Okay. So now we just gonna act like you didn't say it. Like,
More lies.
I just we can't let her get away with this, man. We can't let her get away with this.
When have I said women's opinions
All
don't
right.
get taken seriously?
It's
You
kind
just
of like
make it
the
up.
roundabout. This is like eternal nagging.
What is your plan for when
Oh,
the
there she
80%
goes.
of women who work in the healthcare industry no longer want to do it? What's your
I
plan?
have a plan.
Yeah, what's your plan?
Let's give the jobs to the men. They'll do it better. Because we see.
I mean,
Somebody
yeah,
gonna
yeah.
have to tell the truth, and I'm gonna tell it.
She's mostly correct. Like,
What's happening in the media? You know, women fly planes, they crash them. All women almost burned down California. You know, people are dying because they want to make women feel better. People literally.
you think HJ interview with Pearl Helper Mulder? It definitely probably made her think about like why she held some of her positions and probably try a little harder to defend those beliefs. But also I think she was out of her depth in that conversation too. Like this is more in her wheelhouse. I think like with the reparation stuff and the real like serious political stuff, that's just not her realm.
What I'm curious about is whether or not the Pick Me Act ever resorted into anything positive for you.
Are you done?
I'm not.
All right.
Wait, hold on, what did she say?
Feel better. People literally.
What I'm curious about is whether or not the Pick Me Act ever resorted into anything positive for you.
Anna, see, like these personal attacks, like this is just ad hom. This is just ad hom.
Are you done?
I'm not.
All right. So I'm not either.
Okay, keep going.
Now, the other thing is, women fly planes, they crash them. Women aren't CEOs.
What are the stats on that? What are the stats on that?
You know, it's like feminists. They want stats that say water is wet.
Yeah, it's like you can't say that without this bitch being like, "Where's the source for that? Where's the source for that?" It's just like, if she did that, you wouldn't be able to give her your source, bro. Cut it out. Let her finish what she's saying, and then you can ask for sources. So she didn't even finish her point yet.
Yeah, I want empirical evidence
right,
to back up your arguments.
Because you know you.
Yeah, you want empirical evidence to back up an argument that she hasn't finished making. People are so dishonest, man. Like, I swear to God.
You want to be in control of telling people what to think and how to feel.
No, I want to be in reality. I want to live in a fact-based reality. That requires...
That's crazy, because with all that cognitive dissonance, I don't know if that's possible for you. I'm sorry.
Somebody gonna have to tell the truth, and I'm gonna tell it.
There's empirical evidence, not your assertions.
300. We all saw that plane crash.
All right, you didn't even let her finish her statement. And then the thing is, it's like, even if like we would have say like she's lying or making it up, whatever, right? The fact that women fly planes and crash them is, I'm pretty sure, just quite literally a fact. You could probably say the same about men, right?
Somebody gonna have to tell
That's
the
gonna
truth,
be
and I'm
true
gonna
about
tell
men
it.
and women. She hasn't even finished what she's saying. She hasn't finished her point. So there isn't anything for you to really be pushing back against. It's just very obvious that you're emotional, and I award you no points.
What you just said is one of the most
points at all.
insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it. I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
Yeah. Say a prayer for Anna. It's basically a dead body.
Crash on the East Coast. No one's making that up, Anna.
You do better when you're reading off your paper, so I'll give you some time to do that. In the future, because I'm sure you'll find yourself in more of these debates, I actually think that you could be an incredible debater. But you
Y'all want to see a dead body?
need to look at the broader picture,
Oh my
not
God.
just
See how she's just trying to be like condescending and projecting, like, because All of this should be said about her. Like, we know Pearl's not the best debater. Pearl hasn't even necessarily done the best job here, but she didn't really have to. You know what I'm saying? Like, she got this easy. Like, I can't. We can't say Anna won this. I'm sorry. Like, that doesn't make sense. That wouldn't make any fucking sense. And to be honest, the only people that would probably be saying she wins are people who think that like asking for sources is some kind of like tactic to win a debate when you don't have sources of your own.
Rely on anecdotes and don't make things up.
And then to just call things anecdotes that aren't actually anecdotes, like just being completely bad faith. Like,
Full cloth.
Okay. Feminism empowered women. I'll take the tip. Thank you. Feminism empowered women to sign up for previously male-dominated careers that they quit. 48 to 73% of female lawyers, depending on the type of firm, quit either as junior associates or at mid-career. 1/4 of them cite work.
interesting. Hold on. What'd she say?
Things up out of full cloth.
Okay. Feminism empowered women. I'll take the tip. Thank you. Feminism empowered women to sign up for previously male-dominated careers that they quit. 48 to 73% of female lawyers, depending on the type of firm, quit either as junior associates or at mid-career. 1/4 of them cite workload, burnout, mental health. 73% of women who got engineering degrees in the past 15 years either.
So did she say that they were bad? Like, cause like if we listen to what she said, the stats she just went over, she just talking about like women in the career force. She's just going over stats.
But you need to look at the broader picture.
Feminism empowered women. I'll take the tip. Thank you. Feminism empowered women to sign up for previously male-dominated careers that they quit.
So it made them sign up for previously male-dominated careers that they quit. She didn't say women were bad. She's going down a list of male-dominated careers that women entered and then left.
48 to 73% of female lawyers, depending on the type of firm, quit either as junior associates or at mid-career. 1/4 of them cite workload, burnout, mental health. 73%.
Yeah, so it sounds like they can't handle those jobs. But I'm not gonna fact check those stats right now because there's really no need.
Of women who got engineering degrees in the past 15 years.
I don't like. There's nothing really in contention here. I really want to see what her argument is. And I think that she's just using these statistics to kind of back up the idea that, like, you know, men could replace these women in these jobs. And if these stats are true, then that would be correct, right? That line of logic would be correct. Like if women can't handle these jobs and they're entering these job forces that were traditionally dominated by men and they can't handle it, well, then we probably would be better off just having men do them. I guarantee you those men wouldn't be leaving in such numbers.
Either have never entered the field professionally or quit early mid-career. 55% of all female accountants quit before or at their mid-level career. The attrition rate for women in STEM is approximately 50%. These companies often bend over backwards to get women hired to the point of discrimination against male qualified candidates. Then women quit because they don't want to work the long hours or deal with the levels of stress for an extended period of time, with women being 2.5 more likely to take antidepressants than men. The money and prestige isn't worth it to them. They prefer lower pay, lower workload, and higher.
I mean, I did know that. I bet she was like, what the fuck? What happened to his voice?
Yeah, I got this. I'm playing around with this fucking voice changer.
Job security. Feminism has empowered women to go to college and take out loans they can't afford for career paths that will not generate them income to pay off those loans.
Men have higher debt than women.
Right, because women put their biggest expenses on their husband's credit card.
That's definitely what my mom does.
How's this one sound? Hey, yeah, that's definitely what my mom does, though.
According to Kasparian, and they look and
women
account for those factors that you just mentioned.
Women are 85% of consumer spending. We lead when it comes to luxury brands.
Men have more mortgage debt, car loan debt, personal credit card debt.
Right, because they're expected to provide. Women make 80%.
Yeah, I mean, usually those men don't just have all that debt on their own. Usually.
Of consumer buying decision. Again, if feminists really cared about equality, they would.
I think because women go to college too, they have more like college, student loan debt too.
Provide for the men.
I know men that pay off women's student loan debts. Like they get married and then a man pays off their fucking student loan debts.
They would.
Where's king treatment, fellas?
Sorry, can you repeat
If feminists cared about equality, they would provide for the men. But yet, that is a small minority of women.
Wait.
It is a very, very small minority of women.
So let me get this straight. Honestly, your whole shtick is women should bend over backwards and do everything they can for men.
I don't think she ever said that.
My argument.
I'm an
my
egalitarianist.
Hold on, my argument.
She says she's a feminist. She's more of a feminist than you. She believes in equality of the genders.
Is that men and
Or
women
equality
are
between
both
genders.
tremendously important to a functioning
Or at least equal treatment.
society. They should both be treated with respect. They both serve different jobs, different roles, and in order for society to work, we have to respect that.
Women are not
But you
equal-
seem
women are
to
not-
put
women-
the onus and responsibility of everything onto women while providing cover for the bad behavior of men.
Women are not equally important because they
I
don't do the
guess.
equal
Men
work.
are equally important.
Women
I
are
never
not
said that they
equally.
weren't.
Women are not equally important because they don't do the equal amount of work. Men have invented the majority of the inventions. Men have
Really?
started Fortune
Yeah.
500 companies. Men do the majority of the infrastructure
what?
job. Men produce 90% of
Who's
the
scrubbing the toilets
80% of the
afterwards?
food supply, 90% of the
Hold on,
world's
hold on.
stuff.
You gotta go back a little bit.
Onto women while providing cover for the bad behavior of men.
Women are not equal.
She yeah, like what cover is she providing for the bad behavior of men? I just think that's a lie. That just sounds untrue.
Important because they don't do the equal
Men
work.
are equally important. I
Women are
never
not
said that they
equally.
weren't.
Women are not equally important because they don't do the equal amount of work. Men have invented the majority of the inventions. Men have
Really?
started Fortune 500 companies. Men do the majority
Yeah.
of the infrastructure job. Men produce 90% of
Who's
the
scrubbing the
80% of the
toilets
food
afterwards?
supply,
Doing to impress
90%
women.
of the world's
Or
stuff.
for women.
Who's changing the diapers?
Not
Who's-
women.
who's
Not women.
raising
They're
the
not having
children
kids. Women
after
are not having
working
kids, so
all day
women aren't
long?
doing.
Yeah, most women are having kids, so yeah. That's like, again, the women that have kids are doing that, sure. Some of them, most of them. Maybe. Because the thing is, a lot of women also, like, they kind of pawn that shit off on other people. You'd be surprised the amount of single mothers out here that aren't like actually doing shit for their kid and their mama's the one doing it. Like grandma's the one raising their kid.
Daycare workers now, to be honest. It's not the moms.
Not everyone grew up in an affluent household like you.
Daycare workers and grandmas and family members, yeah.
They need a dual income household in order to make ends meet in this economy.
Anna, you
Live
talk.
in reality for
Anna,
one day
you
in your
talk.
life.
Anna, you talk.
They don't. It's just like, the other thing is, like, a lot of women nowadays suck at housework, but like you wouldn't necessarily need a dual income household if you knew how to run a household. And I think it's probably the reason a lot of people don't, men or women, don't know how to do that, is because there's no more home ec. Like, they don't really teach people that shit. They don't teach you like budgeting, offsetting costs, just all the ways that you can reduce the cost of living for you and your family, and live on one income, live off of one income.
Talk for a living. It's kind
I
of
do.
rich for you to come at me.
Bitch, what do you do for a living?
I also talk, but I can acknowledge it's not that hard of
Okay,
a job.
talk a lot of bullshit.
You pretend it's more important than it is.
Oh shit! She said, "Look, like we both make a career out of talking. You just think it's more important than it is." Damn.
Somebody's gonna have to tell the truth, and I'm gonna tell it.
Pearl has been cooking this debate. I ain't gonna lie.
Well,
has some
since
good quips.
there were only about 30 seconds left, we'll just call it there. All right, good job. Give these debaters a round.
I thought he said it was another like 30 minutes of debate left. I swear it was only 15 minutes when he put on there. So are they doing another 15 minutes or what?
All right, we have 5 minutes.
Or are the closing statements gonna be like, what, like 5 minutes for each of them, and then like 5 minutes for audience questions? I don't know. What are they doing?
Closing statements where you will not attack each other or call each other names. Anna, you're first.
I'm just going to go ahead and read what I couldn't get to in my opening.
No, that's exactly what Anna's gonna do in her closing statement. I guarantee you. Listen to what he said, right?
Each other or call each other names. We have 5 minute closing statements where you will not attack each other or call each other names.
He said 5 minute closing statements where you will not attack each other or call each other names. What do we think Anna's gonna do here? Like, let's be honest. What do we think Anna's gonna do?
Somebody's gonna have to tell the truth, and I'm gonna tell it.
Like, we know what she's about to do, bro. Just wait. We're gonna have some genetic fallacies, some ad homs, more ad homs. We might even see some new creative ad homs from Anna. I'm excited.
Anna, you're first.
I'm just going to go ahead and read what I couldn't get to in my opening statement, if you don't mind.
So you gonna read what you didn't get to in your opening statement for your closing statement? This is What the fuck are we doing? Like, what are we actually doing? What are we doing? The fuck?
Taking advice from someone like Pearl will ensure that you will be lonely and incredibly sad. If you have this dark view of an entire sex, nearly 50% of the country, I can't imagine living day to day being a happy person. I don't know what Pearl actually believes. Part of me.
Hey, yo. Why was I right on the money?
Somebody's gonna have to tell the truth, and I'm gonna tell it.
She literally, what was left, were like her whole opening statement was attacking Pearl. That's why I knew her closing statement would probably be attacking Pearl. And just like half the debate, she was attacking Pearl. But then she not only is attacking Pearl, but she would have just been attacking her more in her opening statement. That's basically what she showed us. Like, oh yeah, like my opening statement was like already designed to attack Pearl. So, you know, let me just finish using my opening statement since I'm gonna attack Pearl anyway. Right after this nigga said, oh, attack, you're not attacking each other, call each other names. Like, yeah, but you know, Pearl. Nothing about her argument, but you know, Pearl.
Mind.
First thing out her mouth.
Taking advice from someone like Pearl will ensure.
Taking advice from someone like Pearl, like immediately, first thing out of her mouth. It's been catty as fuck.
That you will be lonely and incredibly sad. If you have this dark view of an entire sex.
Where's your evidence for that, Anna? You got a source for that
Somebody's
information?
gonna have to tell the truth, and I'm gonna tell it.
You got a source for that information, Anna? No, I thought not. Dumb bitch.
Nearly 50% of the country. I can't imagine living day to day being a happy person. I don't know what Pearl actually believes. Part of me feels like this is a shtick. But I'm going to take what you say at face value and just think you genuinely believe it. And if you do genuinely believe it, I actually feel really bad for you. If you think women...
Good job. This is not even an argument. This is not an argument. I know it's closing statements, but you're supposed to be like concluding your argument, not just attacking Pearl. Oh my God, Pearl. I feel so bad for you, Pearl. Like, shut up. This is like this classic mean girl energy. Like, I feel so bad for you.
In general, fit in this weird description where they're looking to take advantage of people, where they're looking to rip people off, where they're looking to get married only to divorce and steal a man's money. You live in an alternate universe. Sometimes divorces are ugly. Sometimes.
Yeah. It's just that's just reality.
Somebody's gonna have to tell the truth, and I'm gonna tell it.
Like, don't we got it's like a whole song. There's a whole song about that, isn't it? Like, isn't there a whole song about that shit? What's it called? Like Gold Digger or something, if I'm not mistaken. Like, is there a song called Gold Digger? Am I bugging? Am I tripping? There's a song called Gold Digger right now. I'm just joking. Obviously, she take my money.
Sometimes there are bad women who make things up, who lie about rape, and there should be consequences for that.
But the
difference between you and me is that I think the bad behavior of women deserves consequences, just like the bad behavior of men deserves consequences.
Yeah,
that's what equality
legal,
is. What you're advocating for is a society in which men get away with everything and women get blamed for everything. That's it.
That's not true. But like, she did what society did she even advocate for? Like, can you even say like what she advocated for through this entire thing? The only thing she advocated for through this entire thing was basically men and women being equal in how they're treated in family court and shit. That's probably the main thing I could say she advocated for. More just like equality, just things being even across the board. Like, if things are going to be applied to men a certain way, then the opposite or the equivalent should be applied to women. They shouldn't get off and still be treated specially while we're acting like we're fighting for equality.
I mean, what else am I going to say?
Privilege.
All right, that was her close.
All right. Stop.
Like, whatever. That was a horrible closing statement. Like, it wasn't even an argument. It was barely a statement. More of just like attacking Pearl again. I don't know why.
I can go? Yeah,
Might as
all
well.
right.
Jump in there.
Feminists are mainly white, middle-class female liberals who have no idea how the real world works and yet want to advise you on how to live in it. Let me go through your complaints. Feminists want control over their bodies. You win. You have 12 types of birth control, and you can actually Uber Eats a Plan B. You have abortion on demand, and in the states that it's not, it's simply a weekend trip. You have aborted an eighth of the world
A weekend trip.
population. You win. Feminists wanted to fight against rape culture. You win. If a woman is raped, assaulted, or if she revokes consent after the fact, she has the power to get a man fired from his job, kicked out of school, or thrown in jail. You won, feminists. Women want to be free of traditional gender roles. Fine. Men invented the dishwasher, the Roomba, the air fryer, fast food, and Uber Eats. These are
The dishwasher, the Roomba, the air fryer. Yeah. Your job is easy now.
Somebody gonna have to tell the truth, and I'm gonna tell it.
There are meal prep services and cheap restaurants. You win. Women wanted to have a career first and get married later in life. Men allowed women to come into the workforce and have millions of dollars in funding, pushing women into male-dominated fields and scholarships, and invented IVF to give us another 5 years of fertility. The husband.
God damn. She really. Oh, yeah, you know, I got. Hey, it's actually not that bad. I know that probably hurt y'all ears though. Anyway, no, I know I have it sped up, but she's reading this really fast. Like you can see her like taking the breath and everything. Like I feel like even if I slow it down, she's still like speeding through this.
Pay or meal prep services and cheap restaurants. You win. Women wanted to have a career first and get married later in life. Men allowed women to come into the workforce and have millions of dollars in funding, pushing women into male-dominated fields and scholarships, and invented IVF to give us another 5 years of fertility. The husbands pay for the IVF, and they're pushing to get it taxpayer funded.
Never mind.
You
She's
win.
actually saying that really slow. It just makes it sound like she's out of breath when she's like speaking really fast after being sped up, because she takes like a deep breath in between each like sentence.
Women wanted to be sexually liberated instead of getting married. Men invented Tinder and Hinge, so random men can literally come to your door. The men from your hometown are not good enough. Men invented social media, so you can get flown out by the highest status men in the world. Women did not want to work labor jobs. Fine. Men invented social media, so you can talk into a microphone and get paid. You can now work from home, so you can have a family and be a mom. You can make money selling your nudes on the internet and become a billionaire. Women did not want to give birth. Fine. Men invented surrogacy, so another woman can do it for you. Women wanted to be thin without working out. Now you have Ozempic. You want to look younger? Fine. Men invented Botox, hair dye, filters on your phone.
What up, Josh?
Nose jobs, Anna knows, plastic surgery, lash extensions, makeup, and AI to make
Actually going down all the list of shit.
you look thinner.
You should
win.
look into it.
You can now wait till 40 to have a baby, freeze your face, work in an air-conditioned office.
We don't even need to fact check any of this. We know all this is true. This is the society we live in. You know, when she says freeze your face, I'm pretty sure she's talking about like Botox.
Earn a living sitting on your ass, getting fat, spending money you don't have, marry someone to pay it off, divorce him, put him on alimony and child support, get a Roomba, abort your kid, have unprotected sex on camera, get paid for it, order any cooked food to your door, get a self-driving car, and then complain to men that they caused you to be lazy and fat. You are now empowered to have 10
Damn, that's
abortions.
crazy. No. Oh, God, that's what my ex did.
Somebody gonna have to tell the truth, and I'm gonna tell it.
It's your reason I'm fat. You the one that wanted the dick. Don't be getting mad at me. Don't be getting mad at me. You was all over me. Not act like this is my fault. Take some accountability, god damn it.
Somebody gonna have to tell the truth, and I'm gonna tell it.
Oh, God.
Bang 300 men take a DEI position that pays $300K a year, Uber Eats a Plan B, study underwater basket weaving, and get sympathy when your degree pays no money. Feminists are spoiled, liberal, progressive women that have no idea how good they have it. You guys will never be happy until men are nothing but empty shells who are slaves to the system, fueled by feminists' selfishness, spending habits, and poor choices. Feminists don't care about equality because if they did, there would be equal rights for men. There would be equal men's shelters. There would be equal funding for men's cancer. There would be
Uber Eats a Plan B is crazy. Niggas do that though.
real equality. I checked 20 different feminist websites and have not found one that mentioned a single issue that asks for men to be equal. It only asks for special treatment. Feminism has
Yeah, she's making some good points here. Really good points here.
Empowered women to destroy this country through the death of 1,000 cuts. Feminism is not about equality, it's about insidious domination. It has been a slow creep to where women are complaining about their non-existent oppression. Men have figured this out because they're highly adaptive and the math is not mathing. I am curious to know feminists' plan when men refuse to stop providing, protecting, and maintaining the civilization you enjoy corrupting. Feminists are about to fuck around and find out. Feminists have won.
Hey, yo, she said feminists are about to fuck around and find out. That's crazy.
You destroyed every single male group that used to be strictly for men, like Boy Scouts. You can falsely accuse men of rape, harassment, and endless lawsuits. Feminists have more political power, voting power, and spending power than any other group. Everybody caters to you. Corporations cater to you because women are the primary purchasers. Politicians because they need the vote. Men have to pay child support to a rapist. Men are not believed when they're abused. Men have to die at work and at war. Men have to pay child support for 18 to 21 years. Men have to register in selective service. Men are not given additional consideration for college admissions, jobs, opportunities, and scholarships. Children are not DNA tested at birth, leading to paternity fraud, which is not prosecuted at all. And men will more than likely deal with this in their lifetime. Men are the majority of the homeless.
I haven't sped up right now, so I'm gonna slow down a little bit because she's cooking. He's cooking.
Would be equal. There would be real equality. I checked 20 different feminist websites and have not found one that mentioned a single issue that asked for men to be equal. It only asked for special treatment. Feminism has empowered women to destroy this country through the death of 1,000 cuts. Feminism is not about equality. It's
that's a really good point because what she's laying out are the 1,000 cuts. This is Pearl actually did a pretty good job.
Somebody's gonna have to tell the truth, and I'm gonna tell it.
About insidious domination. It has been a slow creep to where women are complaining about their non-existent oppression. Men have figured this out because they're highly
non-existent oppression.
Adaptive, and the math is
bitching and complaining when you got all the chips.
Not mathing. I am curious to know feminists' plan when men refuse to stop providing, protecting, and maintaining the civilization you enjoy corrupting. Feminists are about to fuck around and find out. Feminists have won. You destroyed every single male group that used to be strictly for men, like Boy Scouts. You can falsely accuse men of rape, harassment, and endless lawsuits. Feminists have more political power, voting power, and spending power than any other group. Everybody caters to you. Corporations cater to you because women are the primary purchasers. Politicians because they need the vote.
Yep. You hear that?
Group that used to be
they all cater to you. You're the #1 consumers. Of course they do.
Strictly for men, like Boy Scouts. You can falsely accuse men of rape, harassment, and endless lawsuits. Feminists have more political power, voting power, and spending power than any other group. Everybody caters to you. Corporations cater to you because women are the primary purchasers. Politicians because they need the vote. Men have to pay child support to a rapist. Men are not believed when they're abused. Men have to die at work and at war. Men have to pay child support for 18 to 21 years. Men have to register in selective service. Men are not given additional consideration for college admissions, jobs, opportunities, and scholarships. Children are not DNA tested at birth.
Yeah. Oh, God damn. God damn, Pearl. She talking about, you know, I have no sources or whatever. It's like, I guarantee you she has like a whole paper of where she got all that shit from. I have no doubt that Pearl probably has a bibliography for all of that.
Birth, leading to paternity fraud, which is not prosecuted at all. And men will more than likely deal with this in their lifetime. Men are the majority of the
paternity fraud, I'm pretty sure, is not prosecuted. Let's look this up. Like, we haven't really done no fact checks this time because there wasn't too much to do fact checks on for the most part. A lot of it's like we could, whether it's true or not, we could assess it. But this one is an interesting one.
Which is not prosecuted at all. And men will.
So, like, is paternity.
What you just said
is
one of the most insanely idiotic things I've ever heard.
Is paternity prosecuted? Paternity fraud, where a mother knowingly misidentifies the child's father, is rarely prosecuted criminally and is usually handled through civil law, though it can constitute fraud or perjury in specific cases. That's what I was saying the other day. If you lie about that, like in court and shit, it would be like fraud or perjury. While victims can sue for damages or and support, successful prosecution is uncommon due to difficulty proving intent. Yeah. Yep. The same issue with the defamation thing, right? Because like the knowingly, you know.
Will more than likely deal with this in their lifetime. Men are the majority of the homeless. Men are the majority of the suicides. Women can hit men and men can't hit back.
Yes, that's another one right there. Yep.
Somebody gonna have to tell the truth, and I'm gonna tell it.
Feminism has empowered women to destroy men, and congratulations, 1.6 million men have committed suicide. What more do you want, Anna?
Honestly.
Right. That is the debates. Let's give it a big hand for these two debaters.
Thank you.
Yeah, I guess that's it right there. I guess that's the end of the debate. Did they have any audience?
All right, so if you're here in the room,
or they're probably gonna go to the analysts after this.
You go, and
Let's see
also
what the analysts got to
online,
say.
of course.
We already heard them earlier.
Who are right now? You go to Word War.
We got
debate.
Gavin McGinnis,
and that's where you're going to cast your vote. Let's get these guys to shake hands here. Yep.
Oh, they voted. Interesting.
Great job.
So they had like Gavin McGinnis. Why am I forgetting his name? I met the nigga and I'm forgetting his name again. Ripley. I can't Ripley, believe it or not. Ripley, remember it or not? Oh, Sam Tripoli. Ha ha ha. There we go. Ha ha. See, Tripoli, remember or not?
Great job. All right, Sam. People are voting. Send it up to you guys.
Pearl came back late rounds,
and not
swinging. What are your thoughts, Kyla?
I think it's very interesting that she has to build a straw man because she can't deal with the real deal sitting in front of her.
Well, explain that.
She had to build a straw man. Nigga, what?
Voting. Send it up to you guys.
Pearl came back late rounds, swinging. What are your thoughts, Kyla?
I think it's very interesting that she has to build a straw man because she can't deal with the real deal sitting in front of her.
Well, explain that.
I mean, her closing statement.
Yeah, like, why are you lying? Like, that's what Anna did. Like, the projection is crazy. Like, the projection is insane.
And just like made a bunch of assumptions about Anna's position that she has already.
Nigga, what? Yo, they so dishonest, bro. It's no way you saw what happened on that stage, bro.
Explicitly said that she doesn't hold.
Oh, give me an example.
Most of it, how Anna just wants like men to not be benefited in any way. That like women just like want to see men like in like worse positions. Like Anna's been very open. Like, yeah, I mean, if there is fraud, we should investigate that.
She didn't necessarily say Anna. Talking more about women. And I mean, Anna can pretend she's not a feminist all she wants to be. But she quite literally admitted earlier in the debate that they weren't doing anything to try to benefit men. They don't care about equality. But if she's not a feminist, that shouldn't matter, right?
We should try to like balance these things more. If men are not getting their due like process in court, we should try to fix these things.
And you
right?
said she specifically said that too.
Gonna study them chart books. All right, Alchemist, we'll see y'all later. All right, bro. Study up, learn the markets so you can teach me later. You know what I'm saying?
Somebody gonna have to tell the truth, and I'm gonna tell it.
Yeah, catch you.
Yeah,
I think she's talking about feminism in general.
Well, she's talking to. Well, this is the interesting thing. Everyone wants to fight the feminists, and then when they have to actually deal with it, they need to make a straw man because they can't tear down the real one, as we saw, which is why it's such an utterly painful bloodbath.
By the way, a lot of stars.
Yeah, kind of was a bloodbath for your homie, bitch.
Somebody gonna have to tell the truth, and I'm gonna tell it.
Yeah, I actually created one. I just need to start using it. So I created a separate channel. We did set it up all the way. And then I'm gonna start clipping on this channel. That's actually why I said I'm knocking this one out today. I'm gonna probably try to finish up the Dr. Mike one on Tuesday again. It's just a lot of like medical stuff and interesting stuff to look at in that one. So that one's been taking a while. But you in the redneck world. Look, man, you know what I'm saying? You know, we can help me get the funds up. We can do it. You know
Somebody gonna have to tell the truth, and I'm gonna tell it.
Because the next one ain't in Ohio, but next time they're in Ohio, maybe we can make it happen. That's like on the other side of the state, though. It's like to the west. I'm in the east, so yeah, we're gonna have to make a trip out there, get a whole B&B, all that, because I'm not gonna be trying to travel back and forth in the same day. But we'll see. That'll be interesting. I'd have to train because I've been I'm definitely rusty and I'm in physical therapy right now, so I have to finish that up. But yeah, we gonna start clipping up some of these videos and shit. Trying to clean up the YouTube and all that. I just never really cared about it, so I never did it. But I'm gonna actually see if I can get the AI to help me clip up shit easier, like my long form content. I think I found a program to do it. I think CapCut has a little AI thing that'll like chop up the video into like little 15-minute segments or something for you. I can't remember. I have to check it again.
Out here for the first word war debate, and one of the biggest jiu-jitsu.
I'm definitely gonna cut up some clips for the first episode of the Ism. We're actually gonna probably restream it after this a little later today. We're gonna restream that first episode because Kick deleted it, and we're not gonna have an archive for that one because I was playing music while I was doing that one. But what I'll do is I'll cut up some clips, and it'll be easier to remove the music from the background of those clips rather than like the entire video. On YouTube, I'll have some clips of that.
Jesus. Eddie Bravo joined us here on panel. One of my favorite human beings on planet Earth. Eddie, thoughts, questions, feelings?
I mean, it's pretty obvious that men and women are.
Hey, yo, Eddie Bravo. Shout out to Eddie Bravo. A lot of people think Eddie Bravo is like dumb. But I don't care if Eddie Bravo is a flat earther. I think he's a pretty fucking smart guy.
Somebody gonna have to tell the truth, and I'm gonna tell it.
You know, I like a lot of flat earthers actually.
Equal. I mean, that's obvious.
No.
I mean, just look at the.
Because logically, I'm not gonna lie, he's embarrassed Joe Rogan a couple times.
The number of strip clubs for women compared to the number of strip clubs for men.
It's so
50%.
true.
It's 50% across the board. Some states it's more for women.
Do you think there's more male strip clubs than there are the female strip
Oh
clubs?
my God.
And when
oh
women
my
go to
God.
strip clubs, they're
oh
laughing
my
their
God.
heads off. It's
There's
not even
way more
sexual.
strip clubs for women than there are for men.
There's whipped cream.
Are there? Is that true? I kind of want to look that up now. See, this is why I said I like Eddie Bravo. Like, he's not dumb. He's actually pretty intelligent. Like, are there? Because he might be right about this. Are there more strip clubs for women than for men? Based on industry data and market prevalence, there are significantly more strip clubs catering to men featuring female dancers than clubs primarily for women featuring female dancers. While venues with male performers exist, they are far less common and often operate as touring shows or occasional nights rather than dedicated daily clubs. Yeah. Nope. Doesn't look like it's true.
They're everywhere.
They're all giggling. It's not sexual.
And women get laid at strip clubs way more than men get laid at strip clubs, by the way. That's a statistic that you go to what the fuck is happening at mensstripclubs.com and you'll
What the fuck is happening at mensstripclubs.com? Yeah. How often do women sleep with men? I want to look this up too. Even women want to see what. Yeah, that's the other thing. Yeah, women go to regular strip clubs. I think probably some women go more than men. Like, I've still never been to a strip club. My fucking multiple people I've been with have though. Like girls, they've been to strip clubs and I haven't. Like, I have no need for it. Like, I'm just not not that I'm not attracted to women. It's just that I can have a woman dance on me for free. And I can have a woman dance on me and talk to her about my problems for free. So I just have no reason to go to a fucking strip club. Like, I do want to go at some point, just, you know, just to, you know, cross it off my bucket list. But you know, make it rain one time or whatever. But yeah, I'm not super interested in going to a strip club. Yeah, it's not something that really interests me. I'd rather pay for a prostitute.
Somebody's gonna have to tell the truth, and I'm gonna tell it.
Texas strip clubs didn't give a fuck. That sounds fun. Yeah, during COVID, that definitely sounds fun. And that's the thing. I would probably go to a strip club more for like the environment than the strippers themselves. Like, because I don't like regular clubs, but I might like a strip club better than a regular club. I only like regular clubs when there's like a show or like a DJ or artist is performing there. Otherwise, like nowadays, they just be kind of dead. And I don't like really like dancing and getting lit in front of strangers. I prefer to do it with like close company. But I'm not opposed to it. I'm a little bit more introverted in that way.
Find that statistic right there. Okay, there you go. There, if you need a link.
I was at a strip club last night. I was at Stilettos down the street. Yeah, and we were just staring at women's vaginas. Like, that is a masterpiece. The idea of women looking at scrotums and just being like, wow.
I think it's disgusting, but
I don't know if they look at scrotums like that. Pause. But I know women that do look at men like that, like their chests and shit or whatever. But yeah, I know. I specifically know like some black girls who are like that about black men specifically too. Like they're just obsessed with black men and shit. White women like that too. Yep. You don't even spend money on the strippers. The strippers just have a party, just party and have a conversation with me. Yeah, that's why I say like, yeah, I would probably enjoy that because I would probably just be kicking it, talking to the strippers. Yeah. While there is no definitive scientific statistic on the exact frequency, insight from male strippers, industry workers, and anecdotal reports suggest that sexual encounters and cheating occur, but are not necessarily the norm for every party. They're talking about like, because yeah, male strippers are typically at like, you know, parties. They're usually at like women's parties, like, you know, bachelorette parties and shit like that. Some male strippers have estimated that some form of cheating or high risk behavior occurs roughly at 1 in 10 bachelorette parties they work. While some dancers report encountering cheating frequently, it is not universal. Strippers have noted that in the absence of men, women at bachelorette parties can act similarly to men at stag parties, debunking the narrative that only men fuck up in these settings. That's funny. Yeah, so what are we looking for? Yeah, January 14th. Male stripper reveals how often women cheat on their partners during bachelorette parties. The narrative is always that guys are the worst and they fuck up more, especially in Buck's party setting. But what shocked me is that the women are no different, the 30-year-old told newsau.com. There's a theory as to why this is. Women think they're less likely to be questioned or caught. It's kind of true. They lie. Women are in the same setting when there's no guys around and they do the same. When women are in that same setting when there's no guys around and they do the same, and they probably take more risks because I think they can get away with it being a girl. According to his estimates, some form of cheating occurs at 1 out of every 10 bachelorette parties, as per Hello Bach. What the fuck? As per Hello Bach Party. What is that? What the fuck does that mean? Is that a website? The average bachelorette has 10 guests. Is that like some kind of site where they set up parties or something? They all do it at bachelorette parties. A nigga literally has a dick. Yeah. Has 10 guests. Obviously, her bridesmaids, and perhaps a handful of other close friends. Yeah. Yeah, I thought there would be more here. Yeah. But hey, I mean, they say like it's a 1 in every 10. So like 10% of bachelorette parties.
You know, we're going 50-50 on this. You know, if we're looking at the beaver, they got to look at scrotum.
Okay, so you're on the feminist side for sure.
It's obvious. Look at the amount of strip clubs per capita.
I might have to just like turn the AI mod off because it'd be like cutting everything out. Like, damn.
Yeah.
Women are constantly admiring our scrotums.
Women, dicks are ugly.
They're
Can we
doing,
agree on
they're
that?
doing watercolors.
This
of
is the
our
type of
scrotums.
conversation, by the way, that only men can have with each other. Just
You can
obsessed
jump
with
in.
genitals.
You could jump in.
All right. Why are we fucking capping, bro? Like, what is the motivation for all this cap? Like, this is crazy. Why is she capping right now? Like, I've heard women sit around and talk about niggas' dicks. Pause. Like, but I've heard women sit around and talk about niggas' dicks. So this is just
Every day, more lies.
this is just cap. She's just capping.
Do you dispute my claims? Are you disputing my claims?
They're not great.
Are you disputing my claims?
You know, I don't love either genitalia. They're both kind of weird.
Okay, respect on that. Respect on that. See, this notion.
Dumbass bitch, stop lying. You have a whole ass husband. You love dick. Stop fucking lying. You was probably a hoe before you got
Somebody's
married.
gonna have to tell the truth, and I'm gonna tell it.
Stop lying.
That somehow it's like society is hard on women. They always bring up like CEOs, how many female CEOs versus male CEOs. The actual number of people in the population, the percentage that could actually run a $1 billion industry is maybe 1%. If we go to actual like what everybody can do, like waiting jobs, service jobs. If we go to social media, women have it way easier on social media. Ask any social media manager who has it easier. You can blow up a female account way easier than men. Women are dominating on social media. It is the new way to go.
And you know another way they dominate too is women they travel and they just go by themselves. They're like, you know what, I'm gonna buy a one-way ticket to Spain, and they know once they land, they're gonna have people like helping them out. The guys can't do that.
The only people allowed to travel openly during COVID was Instagram models on yachts. I was locked down in my house.
I don't know if I believe that at all.
No, 100%.
I don't believe that at all.
100. This is statistic.
Who owned the yachts?
Old rich men, war criminals.
That's facts,
Interesting.
yeah.
Okay. Men.
Not women.
You're right.
Yeah, because they don't want
Yeah, of course they did. Yeah, old rich man.
to pay the insurance. Hey, let's throw it down to Ben. Is Ben there? Ben is not there. Where's okay? Eddie, thank you for joining us. We love you very much. Please welcome.
Old rich men get away with everything.
Our moderator, and dude, everyone was loving how he was moderating on the show. Please welcome my good friend, the very good-looking Ben Swan. How are you?
Gorgeous, breathtaking.
Crazy.
Breathtaking.
Oh my gosh.
Full homo.
Wow. How was that debate, huh?
Debate was fire. I mean, a lot of people thought
This is the
Pearl was
moderator
taking
guy.
big shots early, but she came back and she just started dropping bombs. 2 out of the 3 of us thought that.
I don't think that's even true. I think you guys are being very nice to Pearl, and that's nice of you guys.
We're feminist.
Yeah. This is the feminist moment for you
Yeah,
guys.
yeah.
Like,
So
you know
not
what?
even
That poor
just-
sad woman, we're gonna
Ben,
help her.
It's not even being nice to Pearl. It's just the fact of the matter. I do want to skip ahead here and see like who won. Are they going to tell you who won like the vote or what? Like,
She wasn't quite ready for how she was hit, and so.
Look, as a feminist, I don't.
Word, and you got excited about it.
What university taught you that? Probably laid down better pipe statistically.
Anna was willing to say it.
What statistics? Cite your statistics. Cite the.
it's just crazy. It's fucking hilarious.
You want me to do a read real quick?
Oh yeah, no, we can talk about this. Okay, so one of the most fascinating things about tonight, I think if we just open this up, where everybody down there could have come up on stage, they were ready to debate. I had to stop. There was a triangle debate going on, right? It was Anna versus Pearl, and then Anna versus the audience. Here's the thing.
Yeah, because Anna was fucking capping. She was lying.
If you want to be a part of this, you can.
She was being extremely dishonest, and she was just attacking Pearl.
Can be. So go if you're watching right now online, right? You're gonna go to wordwardebate.com. And you're going to go to, let me just get it right here, enter the arena. And if you do that, you can fill out an online submission, and that would allow you to be able to submit.
Oh yeah, come up and debate. Yeah, whatever. He doing his little promo and shit.
Arena, and let's see who we can get you debating against, because you have a lot to say. You guys can do this.
All right. Yeah, sure. I mean, I did look at the site. We might try to get on the analyst desk though, if anything. You know what I'm saying? Like, help me out. You know, help me get on that analyst desk. You know what I'm saying?
There's a lot of debaters debate in high school. They graduate high school, maybe go to college. If they're lucky, get on the debate team.
You know, you might be able to, maybe make some calls. You know what I'm saying? Like, say you got Sam up there. I met Sam before. maybe you can get me up there.
They got nowhere to go. So we've created a place to go. And it's kind of like Dana White's looking for a fight. We're looking for the new debater. We want you to come in on our debate. Rob Noir, who did a great job tonight.
I want your spot, Sam.
Going to be moderating those debates. We're looking for the next great debater, and we're going to have you. If
what's your spot on that analyst desk, nigga? Give it up.
we find one by the time we have the next show, we'll have you here up on the main stage, putting on debate and let the world see how great you are. Ben, you were fantastic.
I appreciate it.
Kyla, you were fucking phenomenal.
Did they tell us who like won, or what they gonna say? They said that they had
Everybody
a vote.
was phenomenal.
Wow.
Wow. You did great, Gavin. You brought the heat, clipped it up.
Now that you already hate me, I can't ruin it more.
I don't.
I want the
my
next.
favorite.
What about tit versus ass?
One person on really money you have to bank is workers debate. Not gold. Use the promo code WORD and get price mail sent gold, silver, gold to take a huge success without the whole Hitler. Those guys, I'm Jones. Whatever. Thank you, guys. We'll see you next time. Thank you, guys.
All right. So they didn't tell us who won. Well, like when he came up to the table, I thought he was gonna like say something about like who won.
Wow. How was that debate, huh?
Debate was fire. I mean, the three of us are feminists.
Yeah.
I'm actually a huge fan of both of these ladies. I think the debate. I think the problem was she's more experienced. Debate doesn't mean she didn't have good information.
Put her on the ground and dry humped her for drop some nice Muay Thai on her.
This debate is in a week, and now she's had even just a disadvantage, I would say, of being the main card of the stats. They're going to show up with their numbers. So it is. And I think when you're on the very first show,
Pearl has 2 million on you.
Who's infantilizing?
Little baby.
Yeah, nah. Oh well. They didn't tell us who won. Oh well. But we know who won. It's just like obviously
Somebody gonna have to tell the truth, and I'm gonna tell it.
Pearl won that debate. You know, even if Anna won the vote, quote unquote, that doesn't really mean anything. Logically speaking, Pearl did a better job here. I mean, basically all Anna Kasparian did was like insult her. So we finally finished this. I got mine done before Mind Shock. That's because I decided not to like, you know, fact check everything. But I mean, we were pretty much done after the last one. I was just fucking tired. Had some shit to do. And Cannon was about to go live. So for now, I'm going to have to bid you beautiful people adieu. But before I go, got some announcements to make, right? So we are going to be streaming, like I said, restreaming the first episode of the Ism show, podcast, whatever. I don't know. I guess we can call it a podcast. Because right now there's no archive for it. Our first archive will likely be for our second episode. So we're gonna restream it to Kick so that you guys can see that and enjoy that. So if you haven't seen it, make an announcement on Twitter before we go live with it. And maybe I'll drop on some other places. But yeah, we'll restream that first episode for anybody who didn't see it. So if you know anybody who didn't get a chance to see the first episode, you know, shoot them a link and let them know that it'll be back up for at least another week. And we're going to clip up the video at some point. And we're going to release some clips on YouTube so that there'll be at least some kind of an archive of it. So, you know, check back in about a half hour or 15 minutes to a half hour. And I'll probably have started that stream up. Maybe we'll do a gaming stream a little bit later. While I watch the Super Bowl or something. We'll see. But for now, I'll have to thank you guys for joining me. And until next time, I bid all you beautiful people au revoir.
Peace out.